Okay, so hello guys, and welcome back to another video where today I'm doing a tutorial for Outer Wilds, and it's going to be how to get to the core of Giant's Deep. But I will also be giving hints on the way through it. I'll be kind of helping. So if you're watching but you want to kind of figure it out yourself, then yeah, I'm going to be giving hints throughout the entire thing, so when you're at the point you need, you can just pause, listen to the hint, and, yeah. But, okay, so for the first actual step, you need to find this island right here, called, like, the workyard or something, I don't really remember. Just find that island right there with the arches. That's going to land right here. And this is going to be where you kind of start your entire journey of getting beneath the current. So, yeah, for the hint is just explore this area and you will eventually find something. Okay, so if you have explored here, you may or may not have found the Brittle Hollow projection stone, and if you want to know where it is, it's just right over there. I'm using my signal scope to zoom in. It should be just right on that table for you. And if you want to know how to get over there, because as you see, the bridge is broken, you just gotta walk on here, and then you can walk all the way along to there. Yes, you bring the Brittle Hollow projection stone over here, and you can read, Connolly, Daz, and I were lifting orbital propanic components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Connolly, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon components to sink even partially below the current, but ours sank straight to the core. Cassava convinced me not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts, but we're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Brittle Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how an object might sink below the current. Conway, I'm unable to grasp the answer by looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface of the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's Gravity Cannon and one at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. So, you're going to learn that, and then also if you want to, you can look into the projection stone, but you're probably not going to learn anything because you got to go there. You got to read that if you want to fully understand it. But yeah, so you need to go to the Southern Observatory at Brittle Hollow. But okay, if you need help getting to the Southern Observatory, I am here. I'm currently at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. Probably turn my flashlight on. Yes, the other way is from the Gravity Cannon. They're both pretty hard to miss. They're both sticking out of the ground. You could find them pretty easily, but yeah, as soon as I landed on Brittle Hollow, I actually was able to land at the Tower of Quantum Knowledge. It was right there, so I wouldn't hear it, but it's down here, Southern Observatory south 550 meters. So you're gonna want to head along this trail right here. And I would recommend turning on your flashlight because it's gonna get pretty dark, but just follow along this trail. Also, yeah, so for that part, you gotta launch yourself and land in one of these. Yeah, so the path is gonna be kind of tricky. You're gonna have a lot of platforming you're gonna have to do on the path, but yeah, just be able to spot where you need to go, because it also is pretty fractured. As you see here, it's like all broken up and everything, so you're gonna have to jetpack from platform to platform and use these gravity crystals often. And okay, so here, it's going right through a patch of active ghost matter. As you see, all of this is the actual hazardous one, so I'm gonna jetpack to this ledge. No ghost matter over there. Nope. And perfect. Okay, then once you get up to this part, you're just gonna head along up here, jetpack up into this thing, and boom, this music can start playing and you're here at the Southern Observatory. But yes, here it is. This is what we're looking for, the 2 tornadoes. And if you come and read this, Cassava's construction yard has been using the cyclones on Giant Deep to lift orbital probe canyon parts into orbit, but one component was pushed down past the current that usually prevents anything from sinking. Spire and I are crafting a model to determine why this happened. An update, it's now clear there are 2 different types of cyclone. Most cyclone on Giant Deep rotate clockwise. These are the cyclones Cassava typically uses to send components into orbit. There also exists a rarer type of cyclone that spins the opposite direction and pushes objects beneath the waters and below the current. My gratitude, Spire. Conway is showing me your handiwork, and I'm intrigued by this secondary type of cyclone. Was it really necessary to build a model to tell me that? The model will be useful as we continue monitoring Giant Deep. Also, I very much wanted to make a model. But yes, so this is the model, and you can even use it. See, this one, it is rotating clockwise, which means it is rotating the way of a clock, which means it is rotating left. And if I launch my scout in, it's sent straight up. That's your normal tornado. But as you see this one is rotating counterclockwise. The opposite of a clock, it's rotating to the right. And if I launch my scout in, he's sent down. So if you find this counterclockwise spinning tornado, it pushes you downwards strong enough to send you beneath the current. And that's what you need to do to get beneath the current of Giant Deep. Yes, as you see here, I have found a counterclockwise spinning tornado. All of these are spinning clockwise, except for this one. You can see it's spinning counterclockwise. I'm gonna fly right into it. Gonna get pushed down. And there you are beneath the current. But if you thought that was the end, no, it is not. You're going to see there is a electric force field around the core of Giant Deep. And if you're thinking about, and oh yeah, there's also giant jellyfish. They're there also. But if you're thinking about like just trying to fly your ship through it, don't. And yeah, don't make the same mistake I did. I tried to just fly my ship through it, and then I died. So, yes, that is part 1, but now there is a part 2 to get into the Giant Deep's core. And if you have not started this yet, my hint for you is you're gonna fall down this rabbit hole at the Attlerock that will eventually lead to you learning how to get past this electric force field. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. But if you want a hint, my hint is start at the Attlerock. But yes, if you need help on the Attlerocks, what you gotta do is you need to find this guy here, Esker. He's got his campfire and little hut here and everything. And if you need help finding him, use your signal scope. Make sure it's on Outer Wilds Ventures, and you'll find him. You'll hear his whistling. And for you, it's gonna say unknown, but for me, it says Esker because I have him registered. But yeah, just follow Esker's whistling, and you'll find him if you can't. Or if you don't want to, you can just fly around. The Attlerock's not very big, but you gotta talk to him. Okay, so you gotta ask, was that you whistling? And it'll say probably, or actually definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with a signal scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. The North Pole is marked in red on your mini-map, but the Attlerock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north. You can't miss it. Okay, so he's going to point you in the direction of the North Pole, which actually is literally right here. Guys, here it is. This is where he says they have the best reception to find the other travelers. And if you take out your signal scope, you can hear them. There's Ryback, there's Chert, Gabbro, and we even could probably hear Esker. No? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really matter though. What you want to do is read this. Esker Signal Scope log. Day 48. Still not picking up Ryback's banjo from Myrtle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. Listen to Chirp play for a while today. Unrelated, someone should tell Porphy and Gosson their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Ryback's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again today too. Something strange is coming from Timber Hearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. Day 88. It's still here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken? I'd better talk to Gness. And see, it's literally going to point you. It's going to say equip signal scope. And yes, if you point it at Timber Hearth, you're going to hear Feldspar. So that's kind of your next hint. Go to Feldspar. And if you guys are wondering, what does any of this have to do with Giants Deep? You will see eventually. Just trust me. It will eventually write to Giants Deep. But now we are pointed to Timber Hearth, where we should probably go there. But okay, if you still need help, so like I said, you need to go to Timber Hearth because you hear Feldspar. And if you follow your signal scope, it is eventually going to lead you to here. Now, you might have found this place with your signal scope, or you might have just happened upon it while exploring Timber Hearth. But either way, you gotta come here. And you see, this is where it's coming from. Ship log updated. What? What does it mean, ship log updated? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I just updated my ship log. I thought I beat the game. I beat the DLC. And I just updated my ship log. Well, okay. But I'll talk to this guy, Tektite. He'll say, hey, yo, hatchling. I thought you were taking that tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here? Me? I saw something crash over the horizon and didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back. So I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look. So what crashed? I don't know what it is exactly. Looks like some kind of plant seed, but it's not anything I've seen on Timber Hearth before. And trust me, I was quite the explorer back in the day. Do you think it's extraterrestrial? It kind of looks like something that might have come off Dark Bramble. Whatever it is, it put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, hatchling. And that's a fact. I think I'll send Marl and Hell loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody to hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Stuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for someone to fit inside. And anyway, I'm not gonna blindly stick my hands into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. It's a good way to lose an arm or two. So there's a seed, and it's going to point you to launching your little scout in there. And if you do, gonna take pictures. So eventually, I'm gonna come across this giant anglerfish fossil, and your scout will land here. And you could try again for a better picture. Sometimes when it lands on that tail like that, you usually can't get a good view. I would recommend, if that happens, try to launch your scout again. See if it'll be any different. No, okay. Well, you can kind of see there are trees in this photo, and you even can see a campfire. It's hard to point out. Yes, there is a campfire in this photo. And you're going to see error duplicate signal. You're going to have two signals of your scout once it's launched in there. So, basically, if you haven't already pieced together what that seed is, if you go to see where this duplicate scout signal is coming from, it's Dark Bramble. So now, you gotta go to Dark Bramble and go find where that scout is. Follow that scout. follow the duplicate scout signal, and you'll find this anglerfish thing. And once you get here, you can take it back, and as you're gonna see, and wow, I can never land my ship here, but as you're gonna see, there's a campfire here, and there is Feldspar. You can refill your jetpack right here if you need to. You're probably gonna want to, but yeah, it's also gonna say duplicate ship signal error, and you could launch your scout into there if you want to. It doesn't really matter because it's just gonna come all the way back to you. But yes, what you want to do is talk to Feldspar. Whoa, where'd you come from? No one's come here in, well, ever actually. That makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble, after me, of course. Well done. Say, it's you. They made you an astronaut, and you haven't blown yourself up yet. Good for you. And then I've already talked to him. Just let me guess, anglerfish. Hey, you got it in one. Kind of hard not to once you've seen one of those fish up close and personal like. Well, take a load off and refill your oxygen tank, hatchling. There's plenty of fire to go around. Anything else you want? And you're gonna say, he's gonna say different things to you. You're not gonna have the let me guess anglerfish thing because I already talked to him. But you gotta do. You reach the core of Giant's Deep. How'd you do it? Giant's Deep's core, huh? Ah, that was a wild one. But since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet, right? If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yep. If I were you, I'd go take a walk and see where it ends. You'll want to go to the tail end of this anglerfish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That will be my old ship. Path starts there. But yes, so here, I actually don't have Feldspar registered, so I'm going to do that. But yes, so you got to go and find Feldspar's old ship. And as Feldspar said, go to the end of the anglerfish, and that flickering light, that is Feldspar's ship. And he says go check out the hollow vine that it crashed into. So yeah, go check that out, and I will show you what to do if you still don't know though. But after going through that vine a little bit, you're going to be teleported to here, and I'm going to walk along here, and then, sorry, this loop is about to end for me. But yes, you're going to find a frozen jellyfish. You can listen to this recording, and then you also need to go inside the center here of the jellyfish, and you walk in, and there is a note from Feldspar. Read those. I'll explain them after this, but I don't really have time right now. But yeah, just explore this jellyfish. But yes, so once you have done that, you will unlock frozen jellyfish right here in your ship log. View entry. Feldspar documented their attempts to eat this enormous jellyfish frozen in the ice. The outside was all rubbery and tough, possibly because it insulates the jellyfish's insides from getting zapped by electricity. Feldspar decided to venture into the jellyfish's interior cavity to see if it tasted any better on the inside. After tasting the inside of the jellyfish, Feldspar concluded that the jellyfish are only useful for insulation from electricity. But yes, with all of this newfound knowledge we now have, we can reach the core of Giant's Deep. But if you don't understand this frozen jellyfish, I'll show you how to do it now. So yes, now we are going to do the final part. We're going to actually reach the core of Giant's Deep, and first I actually need to find out where all these tornadoes are. Whenever you're just casually flying around Giant's Deep, they're everywhere. One of the few times I actually need them, they're not here, of course. Here is a counterclockwise spinning one, right here. It's gonna go into the sky. Pushed beneath the current, and if you didn't really piece it together, these jellyfish protect them from the electricity, right? So what we have to do is go inside a jellyfish, and it will protect us from the electricity. So let's go right here. You also can't be in your ship while you do this. You can go in, but your ship, sadly, cannot. So, oh, am I gonna make it in time? Apparently not, because now my electrical systems are off. Okay. But okay, guys, don't worry. I found a new jellyfish. Just gonna go under it. And then up. And boom. You're now inside the jellyfish. And it's kind of hard to stay in here. But really though, it's just important to remember. And it's important to remember that you have to stay inside of this cavity. And it's hard to stay, it's hard to stay inside. I feel like the game like tries to like push you out, but you can do it, don't worry. And a good way to see if you passed below the electricity yet is to launch your little scout. But you also can hear it. Passing below it right now. Just be careful. And we have done it. You may now exit your jellyfish, for we are at the core of Giant's Deep. And nothing down here will hurt you. It's just a bunch of coral. But you can go to this light, and you will find the missing section of the orbital probe cannon. This is it. This is the tracking module right here. If you guys want to, I'll show you how to get in. I'm pretty sure it's like... How do you get in? Again, I forgot. There you go. Head over to here. Open it up. And boom, you are now in the orbital probe cannon. Like control the not control, the tracking module. And if you want to, you can explore this place. I'm not going to tell you about it, but thank you guys for watching the video. And if you need any other help with Outer Wilds, oh, did I just... Yeah, no, that's a spoiler. That stays down. That stays down. Okay, I just have to keep watching this orb. But, yes, thank you guys for watching this Outer Wilds video. And I'll probably post up more tutorials in the future if you need any help again. But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And bye.